Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Figured I'd mix it up a little bit and shoot a couple videos in my truck. Today we're talking about the Olight Diffuse. So it is a little EDC flashlight. Comes with a lanyard that you can see I actually have it on. We'll talk about that in a minute. Kind of a cool shape, right? So you got this hexagon shape and there's your interface right there. 5 different outputs from a moonlight up to a turbo. Let me show you that real quick. So hold it down. It's going to come on at your moonlight. Click it, it'll go off. If you hold it down and keep it down, it'll come on and go off. It's in the lockout mode now. Click that. That's red. That means basically it's not going to come on. So you need to hold it down, basically free it up out of the lockout mode. And then it's going to go low, medium, high, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Double click to turbo. And then if you triple click, it'll give you strobe. So strobe warning. There's your strobe. And you can see the green when I turn it on. There's the green. And then again, when it's in lockout mode, now when I bump it, it glows red. Now, speaking of this green light, when I click it, you can see that comes on. So if it's green, it's going to be between 100% down to 60%. If it's orange, it's going to be 10% to 60%, or I guess 59%. And then if it's red, it means less than 10%. So that thing's going to die pretty soon. Let me just turn that off. I've said this about through-night flashlights. I feel like kind of in general about flashlights, that's such a broad range, 60 to 100%. I guess that's better than 100 down to 20%, but that's still a really broad range. So I think it's better than what through-night is offering currently, but I'd like to see that tightened up, like maybe 75%, 100 to 75, and then 74 to 50, etc., down to the lowest settings. But it is good at least to know what you're going to get as far as your battery power left. Now, when I first got this, it comes with a USB-C charger. I'm like, oh yeah, you plug it in there. I kept trying, then I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't even fit. That little slot doesn't go anywhere, and it's actually smaller than a USB-C. It does come with a rechargeable battery, which I'll show you right now. You're going to twist this end cap off, like so. Take the battery out. It is a 920 milliamp hour, 3.6 volt battery. Now they call this a customized battery, so it looks like a standard AA. It's about that same size. You can use standard AA batteries in here. Obviously, you just can't recharge them. You can see that little port there. That's where you're going to recharge it. When it's plugged in and you're charging it, you'll see a little red light at the top. That means it's charging, and when it's green, it means it's fully charged. This thing is a tiny bit over 2 ounces, so I think it's 2.03 ounces and 3.43 inches from end to end, 0.75 across the widest portion there. So let's talk about this lanyard. I put the lanyard on. I rarely use lanyards for flashlights, but for this one I did because it doesn't have a spot for a pocket clip. So for some people, I think that's going to be a deal breaker. Cool light. Would you EDC it? Would you carry it as a pocket light, just with your pocket knife, and then you got your light in the other pocket? For some people, if it doesn't have a clip, that's going to be a deal breaker. I'm not sure for me. I do like the light. I do like the style of it. Would I throw this whole thing with the lanyard in my pocket? I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. But, there's a quick rundown of some of the details. Let me give you the lumen output. It is, as is standard for most Olight flashlights, IPX8 rated and drop resistant to 1.5 meters. All right, so we have moonlight. That's 1 lumen. That's going to run for 180 hours. Your low is 10 lumens. That's going to run for 25 hours. Your medium is 50 lumens. That's going to run for 7 hours. At your high, it's going to go from 350 to 150. That's going to be 10 minutes to 120 minutes. So it's going to run at that highest 350 for a while, and then it's going to drop down, and then you'll get some more burn time as it drops down to that lower output. Then you've got 700 lumens for your turbo. That's going to run for 1 minute. And then it's going to drop down to 350 lumens, run for 70 minutes. So the look overall is cool. I like the functionality. I like that it has a replaceable battery. As soon as I took it out of the box, I'm like, is that a built-in battery? It's not. So that's great. But as always, with the flashlight, you got to see what it does at night. So let's take this out into the night and use it. All right, we're outside. Let me show you the diffuse in use. So we'll start with here's the moonlight. You can see reflecting off the tire there of the car. There's low, medium, high. Show you turbo here. There's turbo. And now let's back it up and get a broader view. Okay, we're looking at the house across the street. Don't worry, nobody's living in the house yet. It's under renovation, but we'll start off and we'll go with low here. So here's low. Looking at the house, can't see much, but you can see that it's on. There's medium. There's high. Now again, with this tiny little light, you can see pretty much the whole house when I'm trying to get there in the middle. And at turbo, a little bit better even. So plenty of light to walk around here. Let me just pick up the camera and walk a little bit. So here's looking up the street here. You can see low. There's medium. There's high again. And then turbo. So looking up the street, you can obviously see with it off, pitch black pretty much. Turbo, you can see everything pretty much fine. All right, so now I'm walking over toward the side yard just so you can see the different outputs, low, medium, high. Here's low, walking. You can see the chairs there by our trampoline. Go to medium, definitely see better. High, yeah, I mean, that's obviously quite good. I want to walk over here to the woods so you can see what it looks like to look down into the woods. So you can see off into the woods here. Just heard something run off into the woods actually. So there's that. Let's go to turbo. There's turbo. Just drop down a little bit. Oop, you can see the orange there. That means the battery's starting to die out. Let's do it again. Low, medium, high, turbo. It's gonna go up. Oh, won't even go up to turbo now. So there's your high, but you can definitely see off into the woods. You know, again, this is not going to be a hiking light, more like an EDC or a large keychain light. But yeah, this thing's cool. Cool little light, compact. You can see that glowing orange yellow now. All right, guys, so to wrap it up here, this thing is running about $26 and change over at the Olight store now. It is going to be on sale because of the sale that they're having for Black Friday. So yeah, it's a cool little light. Again, the biggest thing for me is if this thing had a pocket clip, it would definitely be an EDC light for me. I just like it. I like the style, I like the look. Fun for photos, and yet it's functional. I do really like that you can plug in the battery and charge it up. It's not a built-in battery. Not so sure about having this light with the lanyard and what that's all going to look like as far as carrying it as an EDC light. But check it out over at the Olight store. Links down below. Again, if you use the links that are down below, you'll help support the Everyday Tactical Vids channel. So thanks for that. And if you got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Let's hear your thoughts on the Olight Diffuse. And let's get that conversation started in the comment section now.